had some very serious political discussions.
Oh, yeah.
We had very serious guests. We had the president.
We were part of the zeitgeist, as they say.
We had Barack Obama.
And speaking of that, was it difficult for you to get celebrities in the beginning?
In the beginning. Tom Selleck was on. Michael J. Fox was on.
Yeah.
We were very... Mike Douglas.
Mike Douglas, yeah.
You know, came on with us.
Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone.
But it wasn't, the show wasn't about the guests. It was about the women at the table.
In the beginning, the hot topics were 5 minutes. And then the hot topics got to be longer and longer, and the hot topics are really what defined the show.
Yes.
And that's why I'm so proud of you, because I really mean that, because not everybody can just walk out and sit down like you, my darling Whoopi, and Nicole, and all of you. And talk about anything.
Well, I always say, you know, I had hit a very awkward stumbling block in my life and career, and I got a phone call saying, hey, would you like to come and do the job? I was like, yes, thank you, because I needed a job. I couldn't get arrested, and I just, you know, I'd made 100 movies, and you know, had been through some crazy stuff, but you gave me an opportunity, and it changed my life, because people then realized that actually I have some thoughts in my head on occasion, and I just, you know, I thank you for it, because it wouldn't have happened. That wouldn't have happened without you.
That was one of my smarter moves to ask you to come on the show. And I found a letter from you. Didn't I send you a copy of that?
No.
I found a letter from you written 100 years ago that said, if you could ever use me in this plaintive voice, which is not, I think maybe I could contribute something.
Well, I figured I had a friend, you know.
When are you going to start doing that, Whoopi?
Contributing? You know, I've grown lazy.
This show has been on, we've been on a long time.
Yeah.
At one point, after about the 14th year, I said to Barbara, we're going to get old on this show. And she said to me, we're going to get old anyway.
But you know, the show never ever gets old. When I worked in the White House as White House communications director...
Oh, I'd love to be able to say that.
I would turn it on.
In the White House.
You've been in the White House more than I have, Ms. Walters. But when I worked in the White House, I would sometimes turn on the beginning, and if you were talking about a political debate, I would have my ammunition, and I would stride down to the Oval Office and say, this is such a big deal, they are talking about it on The View. And I was armed with evidence that everybody was talking about it.
Wow.
I mean, in politics, what got discussed at this table always, to me, was a clear signal of what everyone was talking about and the way they were talking about it.
That's true. And you know...